Mr. Chairman, colleagues in the House, distinguished guests, I would like to thank our Honorable Speaker, Alan Peter Cayetano, and Honorable Committee Chairman Chicoy Alvarez and Chairman C. Alvarado for calling today's meeting and for hearing my bill, House Bill 3713, as one of the bills seeking to renew the franchise of ABS-CBN. I would also like to thank all of those who have expressed their support for this bill, especially our 17 dear colleagues who are my fellow principal authors, our 18 esteemed colleagues who have co-authored my version of the bill, and all our colleagues and friends in and outside of Congress who are supporting and continue to support the renewal of the franchise of ABS-CBN. I support this measure for the sake of the millions of Filipinos who depend on ABS-CBN as a source of entertainment and information, for the thousands of families and depend on ABS-CBN for their income. I, like some of our colleagues, both here and in the Senate, am proud to say that I have experience working for this corporation. One of my first jobs in my professional career was with ABS-CBN. In the late 1980s, after People Power, I had the privilege of being one of the pioneer employees of ABS-CBN. I started as an associate producer, then executive producer, then producer. My work consisted in approving scripts and budgets as well as hiring talents, hiring production people, handling 5 to 6 shows at any given time. As a show producer, I was trained to take care of people and organize people to come up with a weekly or daily show. Everyone from the directors, scriptwriters, to the actors, to prop men and production coordinators, even caterers I would put together for a particular show. Little did I know that this outlook of taking care of different people, organizing, would help me in my work as a public servant now. Ngunit sa lahat po ng aming mga palabas sa ABS-CBN, lagi po kaming hinahanapan ng ginintoang aral. Laging kinakailangan at di maaaring mawala ang halaga ng isang ginintoang aral. The important lessons and values we always need to be reminded of in our world today have become a trademark in the shows of ABS-CBN would produce. My mentors in ABS-CBN taught me a lot about work, the value of work, hard work, respect for work, accuracy at work, love and respect for co-workers, and most of all, the dignity of work from God. These lessons all helped me mold me into what I am today. I will never, never forget that. I sponsor this bill with the belief that ABS-CBN should be given a chance to continue
3 minutes
its
lang po.
mission of serving Filipinos here and abroad and in providing employment to thousands of Filipinos. Though I am a sponsor of this measure, I do not believe we should approve this measure without hearing all sides. I welcome the hearings of the committee that the committee will be conducting, as it will allow us to study this bill thoroughly. And as our good speaker has said, these hearings will allow everyone, pro and against, this franchise to say their piece. In recognition of ABS-CBN's corporation tireless delivery of service for the Filipino people since its establishment, this bill seeks to renew ABS-CBN's corporation right to construct, install, establish, operate, and maintain broadcast stations in the Philippines on behalf of the people of Parañaque City 2nd District and for the common good of the Filipino people. The approval of this said measure is earnestly sought. Maraming salamat po.
Mr. Chairman, honorable members of this committee, I speak today based on a very deep and personal knowledge and experience about the subject matter of our legislative action as representatives of the Filipino. As representatives of the Filipino, we are tasked to conscientiously determine whether or not the applicant network, ABS-CBN Corporation, is qualified to be granted a legislative franchise in the very same way that others also granted the same privilege, subject, of course, to similar requirements as provided for clearly by our existing laws, rules, and regulations regarding the grant of franchise of this kind. Mr. Chairman, honorable members of this committee, about 20 years ago, I applied for a job at this network and was accepted as a researcher, writer, and then I became a segment producer, and then I became a news reporter, and then I voluntarily retired as a program host about 7 years ago. In my 13 years as an employee of this company, I remember so many stories of hopes and dreams, of chances and choices, of struggles and triumphs, of love and everything, as in memories that will last me a lifetime. But there is one thing I can never forget. ABS-CBN was not only interested in reporting the news, but it went above and beyond the obligations of a broadcast network by helping those in need, no matter how few they may be, no matter how far they may be. Truly, simply, ABS-CBN stood for then, as it stands for now, in the service of the Filipino. Ako po mismo ilang beses, pinatakbo ko kung saan may bagyo, baha, sunog, pinapunta kung saan may lindol o landslide, at kung ano pang mga sakuna, parating nakasunod ang sagip kapamilya, tumutulong sa pamilyang Pilipino. Ako po mismo, ilang beses, pinapakover sa akin ang mga inabusong bata sa kamay man ng kanilang sariling magulang o sanhin ng digmaan sa kanilang bayan. Parating nakasunod ang bantay bata, tumutulong sa batang Pilipino. Ako po mismo ilang beses pinareport sa akin ng mga kwento ng mga magsasaka, ng mga mangingisda, ng mga kabataan, ng mga out-of-school youth doon sa mga lugar na may panganib sa kapaligiran o iba pang hamon na nagbabagong panahon. Parating nakasunod ang bantay kalikasan, tumutulong sa kinabukasan ng mga Pilipino. Mr. Chairman, honorable members of this committee, relief goods for more than 12 million Filipino victims of calamities since 2009, hot meals in soup kitchens for more than 130,000 Filipino victims of calamities, more than 600 classrooms built and repaired since 2007, almost 300,000 scholarship grants for students in 68 provinces, 32 bakery projects, 10 water facilities, among many others, in a very long list of support from Sagip Kapamilya with the help of various partner organizations and generous hearts of their donors. More than 2 million Filipino children provided with medical, educational, legal, and other kinds of support for 23 years already, in addition to school-based and community-based workshops and other forms of advocacies and assistance to neglected. All of this and many more is what ABS-CBN is all about, over and above the news and entertainment. It stood for then, as it stands for now, in the service of the Filipino. This is my personal knowledge. This is my personal experience. And I am sure that all of the more than 11,000 employees of the company at present know and experience the same. Alam ko pong nauunawaan niyo ang pinanggagalingan ko. Bilang isang dating empleyado ng istasyon, mga empleyadong umaasang magpapatuloy pa ang kanilang hanap buhay, magpapatuloy pa ang pangarap ng kanilang mga anak, magpapatuloy pa ang Kapamilya Network sa serbisyo sa publiko. Kaya ito po ang aking masidhing kinatatakutan. Lahat ng tulong na ito para sa pamilyang Pilipino, para sa batang Pilipino, para sa kinabukasan ng Pilipino. kapag walang bagong franchise, ay magiging bahagi na lamang ito ng isang lumang kwento na noon ay ganyan, na noon ay ganito, at ngayon ay wala na ang lahat. Pero umaasa po ako na hindi dito matatapos ang kwento ng ABS-CBN. Mr. Chairman, honorable members of this committee, as a representative of the Filipino, in the service of the Filipino, I proudly sponsor the grant of franchise to ABS-CBN. Maraming salamat po.
It is with deep sincerity that I thank this committee, especially Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano, and the House leadership for giving us the opportunity. Once and for all the sides will be given the chance to speak their affirmations or objections with respect to this particular bill. This is the right time for ABS-CBN to answer all the allegations that will be raised against them. This is also the best opportunity for ABS-CBN to clear all the issues and to clear all the speculations being raised. Mr. Chairman, I believe that this bill should be given the utmost and paramount consideration by this committee. Just for the record, ABS-CBN is already an institution when it comes to television, radio broadcasting, and other areas of communication, and most especially in the field of public service. Mahabang panahon na po silang nagsaserbisyo sa paghahatid po ng balita, impormasyon at saya sa publiko. Likewise, ABS-CBN also helped in the economy in creating opportunities by giving employment to 11,000 people. Mr. Chairman, with the present situation of ABS-CBN, I am saddened that 11,000 employees will be affected and will be displaced. As part of the entertainment industry, let me share my deep concern to the talents of ABS-CBN, whom I know will be affected in these trying times. Sa kasalukuyan po sa pagtigil ng operasyon ng ABS-CBN, kasunod po dito ang pagtigil ng kanila pong programa sa telebisyon. Mawawala na po ang mga programang nagbibigay ng kasiyahan, ang mga programang nagbibigay ng inspirasyon at pag-asa. Sa ngayon po, marami po sa aking mga kasamahan sa industriya ang nawalan na ng trabaho at ang iba naman po ay nakaambang mawala na rin po ng trabaho. Para po sa kaalaman po ng lahat, sa bawat talent po ng ABS-CBN na mawala ng trabaho, marami pong mga kasamahan nila sa trabaho ang maaapektuhan. Kasama na rito ang kanilang palagiang kasama sa trabaho na tinatawag na personal assistant, personal makeup artist, personal hairstylist, designer, kasama na rin po ang kanilang mga personal driver at personal helper na ang artista po na personal ang nagpapasweldo sa kanila. Ibig sabihin po nito, marami pong umaasa sa mga talents ng ABS-CBN, kasama na rin po rito ang kanila pong mga pamilya. Let us give due consideration to the talents of ABS-CBN. They are also part of the workforce of our country. Ang trabaho po ng mga talents at ng mga artista ay pinaghihirapan din po, pinagpapawisan, pinagtatrabahuhan ng mabuti para maabot man kung saan man sila ngayon. Pero minsan, sila rin po ay nababatikos at napaglalaruan. Pero pagdating po ng eleksyon, kampanya ang mga politiko. Bakit? Kasi po silang hinahanap at mahal at gustong makita ng mga tao. Alam natin pong lahat na ang bansa po ngayon ay nahaharap sa isang malaking suliranin. Ito po ang dulot ng pandemyang COVID-19. Dahil sa pandemyang ito, aabot po ng 5 milyon o higit pa sa ating mga kababayan ang mawawala ng trabaho. Ako po'y naniniwala na malaki ang magagawa o maitutulong ng kongresong ito para huwag na pong madagdagan pa ang mawawala ng mga trabaho. Dahil sa pandemyang ito, marami na pong negosyo na apektuhan, nagsara. Sana naman po mabigyan ng pagkakataon ng mabalik na sa kanilang operasyon sa mas madaling panahon. Naniniwala po ako na importante pa rin ang papel na ginagampanan sa ating bansa ng ABS-CBN. Mahalaga pa rin na nandyan po ang ABS-CBN. Mr. Chairman, if I may reiterate, let us consider this bill and other similar bills as part of the priority measures of this committee. Muli, ako po'y naniniwala na ito na ang tamang pagkakataon para tuwirang sagutin ng ABS-CBN ang lahat ng aligasyon na may kaugnayan sa kanilang prangkisa at patunayan nila na dapat sila mabigyan ng prangkisa ng kongresong ito. I am confident that this committee will exercise equity, arriving at a decision at the appropriate time. Again, let us consider and recognize the contribution of ABS-CBN in terms of public service, in terms of delivering news and information, in terms of taxes it paid to the government, in terms of providing entertainment to the people, and in terms of nation building. Ako po'y maasa na magkakaroon tayo ng positibo, malaya at makatwirang pagdinig. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair.
For some reason, there's no video. The internet is down now. I hope I am heard loud and clear, Mr. Chairman.
Malinaw po, ma'am.
Mr. Speaker, good morning, Chairman Chicoy Alvarez, to the members of the committee and our esteemed colleagues, panel persons, resource speakers. Much has already been said about why Congress should pass the House bills on the ABS-CBN legislative franchise. I will no longer belabor any of the points raised by your esteemed colleagues. This representation acknowledges that there have been issues raised for and against the pending measures, and all these must be addressed in the spirit of fairness, parity, and transparency. Allow me to just place on record that having been part of this news organization from 1986 to 1998, before I became senator, those were the years that formed a great part of my life, which I cherish. I stand for the corporations, 11,000 employees or more, composed of the rank and file, talents, professionals, my previous co-workers, who are facing uncertainty with regard to their jobs and sources of income and livelihood at this worst possible time as we face the COVID-19 pandemic. Let us all help them, and let us help the industry. Lastly, I wish to thank the Committee on Legislative Franchise for taking up these House bills in this morning's public hearing. May I also request, Mr. Chairman, that my whole explanatory note in my proposed measure be part of the record, since I was only given 2 minutes to deliver the statement. Thank you, Mr. Chair.